Ooh. Say hi, puppy. Say hi to the peoples. Oh. Say hi, peoples. Happy Friday. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. The trash people, I've been doing battle with them this week. They did not pick up my recycling on Tuesday like they were supposed to. Called them Wednesday. They were supposed to come out again. Didn't come. Gave them till the next day. Called again. Didn't come. Called again this morning. They finally just showed up. So I went and got my trash can back. So that's why I am running a little bit late. Yes, it's been a very chaotic week, but I'm very, very happy it is Friday. I'm looking forward to hanging out with y'all. And hello, and hello, and hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Kylie says hi in her very antisocial way at the moment. I took her for a little bit of a walk because I'm home a little bit early tonight, and she got to see one of her doggy friends who we haven't seen in ages. But she's very antisocial with him too, and he loves her. Like, he begs for her attention, and he's lucky to get like a little bit of a sniff, a little bit of a tail wag, and then she moves on. And he's heartbroken constantly because she's my little tease. Aren't you, buddy? Aren't you, buddy? So yeah, let me know what you guys are up to this evening. I need to be a little bit productive. I am, however, making myself a nice slushy drink with a little bit of spiking because it felt needed. It's just been one of those days and weeks, you know? So it's also really warm, and I'm put it in my little slushy maker so I can have a little cocktail-y slushy this evening. Allie says hi. You say hi back? Yeah. She says hi back, clearly. Finish up knitting before getting a book out. Nice. I do have some crocheting that I might get up to when I get to a point where I feel like I could sit and focus for a little while. I'm working on a few different things currently. But I am reading the book that I keep forgetting the name of. I keep mixing it up in my head. But it is A Beautifully Foolish Endeavor, which is a sequel. It's also multi-point of view. So it works well for a couple different things for the Amazing Readathon. And I will be continuing on with that. I don't even know how far into it I am. If it ever opens, I could tell you. I am currently 44% into that. So I've got a little bit more to go. And then I think I definitely need to put away at least one load of laundry, possibly two. What are you grumbling at? She's very warm from our walk. And I have dishes to do. Now that the recycling bin is finally empty, I do have a lot of boxes to recycle. I have a lot of a mess of a house currently. So I think if I could get some of that straightened out, it would help things in terms of improving my mood in evening. Inheritance by Nora Roberts. I enjoyed that one. I hope you are enjoying as well. Back to finish your audiobook. Very nice, very nice. Ooh, The God of the Woods. I had mixed feelings about that one, but overall, I did like it. I didn't like it as much as her previous book, and I think that's probably, I went into it with high expectations. It's inappropriate to be licking me on the internet, puppy. I also splashed myself as I was mixing my drink with lime juice, and I wouldn't think that would be something she'd want to be licking off my shirt. But I'm pretty sure that's all I splashed myself with. So apparently she likes limes. Like to do one more cleaning task, then read The Bone Door, but may skip the cleaning. I fully support it. I need to be productive. My idea with this, I did this last time too, and it helped a lot actually, was to do one productive thing per sprint and then read and or crochet for the rest of it. We'll see. Ooh, chicken tenders. Nice. I have leftover pork in the fridge, which will probably be what I eat once I get hungry. It's only 5:30 here, and I'm not used to eating dinner till like 7. So It feels early yet. She does want the booze. The thing is, there was some vodka that I poured into the pitcher, but I didn't splash that on me. So apparently, she just thinks that I have something extra spicy on my shirt. Yes. Are you silly? Are we going to play some fetch? You going to get a new toy if you're good this evening? I think that's the plan. I do think that is indeed the plan. Catabasis, I enjoyed that one quite a lot as well. Um, I have been very distracted. I've been very distracted most of today just by the World Cup stuff. US actually won today, so that was fun. But I've just been watching, all the different things going around Instagram. That's been my, you know, activity today. Someone said the other day they didn't think the US got that into soccer. I'm like, but we get into the World Cup, especially if the World Cup is here, but also we're just willing to join on to any, party or excitement going on. I'm not a big sports follower, but for playoffs, I will get excited by it. I am sure. I don't know if there's still games going on this evening. Quite possibly. My neighborhood's been doing a lot of fireworks for all the games that end in the evening after dark hours. She could be a margarita girl. I don't know that she's ever had a margarita. What do you think? I'm not gonna, make you one. She just got all of her vet visit and her blood tests and stuff. And aside from saying she could stand to lose a pound or two, which, can relate. And she needs her teeth cleaned. But otherwise, she's, a healthy girl. I don't know that turning her into a booze hound would really help her out with that. I just have a feeling it might not. Okay. What did I do? I brought up my spinner wheel and it took off again the really, really small ones, but I figured a little bit of chaos on a Friday night is not a bad thing. So I figured we'd go with this and see what we get. So let's do our first spin. What are you doing? Someone over here is spinning as well. Okay, ready, set, spin. All right, we're going big for the one. I approve. I like that idea. Yes, a literal booze hound. Indeed. Yeah. She would like to be. She's not as big of a drink stealer. My last dog would literally steal my coffee if I turned my back on it. She mostly drinks the outside of a cup. Like she likes to lick the condensation off of a cup from the outside. Um, but she's pretty good about not getting into my super adult drinks. She's a little young for those. All right. I have a new timer because of course I do. Yeah. I she's been good about that. She will steal a plate. Like if I turn my back on an empty plate, she feels the need to lick the plate. She generally speaking, you can leave her with food, which my last dog, you couldn't leave him with anything. So I still doubt her sometimes and think she's going to do something that she shouldn't. But most of the time, she's pretty good. Okay, this is my new timer. Hello, apples never fall. Very nice. I hope you are enjoying. We spun for our first sprint. We are going to figure out where 55 minutes is. Ooh, I haven't really play tested this one to make sure it works out right, but hopefully it is in fact a usable timer. So I will see you guys back here in 55 minutes. Hello, welcome back. How'd y'all do? In the spirit of Kylie being a booze hound, I got her a gourd boy pumpkin ale, so she can be a little booze hound with me. Yes. You want to play? Monster. Yeah, it was. Hello, welcome in. No worries. Listening to Cash. You are enjoying a good cowboy romance. Reading some non-TAR reads. Shifting to leg 6. I hope you have a good multi-POV book. I had to remember what prompt we were on. Hello, Glenda, and yay, Geronimo. Hello, Lost Men by Jane Harper. I really enjoy her. Howard, that sounds really good, actually. And Played with Allie. I definitely did some doggy. Yeah. It is a little aggressive. I was trying to debate what I should do for like a TARDIS theme, and turns out that the sound effects are on the BBC website, so that's where it came from. It is a bit jarring, though. I do agree with you there. Got 25 pages in. Nice. 31 pages. Up to 52. Very nice. Why is this not scrolling there? Hello. 50 pages from finishing into. You've got this. You're almost there. Reading Girls Made of Snow and Glass. I don't know that one, but I hope you are enjoying. I made it a whole 61% into. I am reading A Beautiful Foolish Endeavor, which I will keep messing that up, which is the sequel to a book that I could grab, but I would wind up knocking a bunch of stuff over trying to get to it because it was right behind the computer. But it's the Hank Green duology, or at least books in it. And I'm not loving this one as much as I did the first book. I'm hoping maybe by the end I'll like it more, but we'll see. On page 290 for level 6. Not sure where I started, though. That's okay. You're making progress. That is the important thing. I managed to get my drink. I did not actually fill it up because I'm not sure if it was done freezing it. But it is tasty. It's a watermelon and lemon. It was supposed to be limeade, but I don't have limeade, so lemonade and a few other things to make it tasty for a Friday evening. Loved Hank Green's book. Yes, I am enjoying it. The first book was 5 stars. I really couldn't put it down. This one's not that level, and I don't know why. Maybe because this one's a lot longer, and there was a lot of time kind of getting it moved at the beginning. I'm enjoying it more now that I'm in it. Kylie's throwing her pumpkin ale around, so you may be hearing that. Whoops. Said I forgot to bring home Saga Volume 3. Ooh, I do enjoy the Saga books. Those are good. Productive Sprint, Load and Laundry, Tarot Pull, Duolingo, and 40 pages. You really did pull off the productivity. I did put away my Load of Laundry. Discovered the second one still was a little bit damp, so I had to put it back in. And I made my drink. And I took a few books upstairs to log because I'm really behind on logging my book mail. And I need to catch up on that. But I've been lazy. So we're trying to be non-lazy tonight. Unless we want to be lazy. I support lazy. Always cry when watching Fault in Our Stars. Yes, I do. I did enjoy that. That one. I've read a couple of hits in the grand scheme of things and enjoyed. Pretty sure I've seen the movie. I'm trying to think if I have for sure or if I'm just thinking of the book. And I couldn't actually tell you for sure. I am watching Kylie. What are you doing? You want to come back up? No. You got to make a decision one way or the other. She wanted to come back up. And say hi. Say hi, peoples. Yes. Yes. This, I can't click because there's a puppy that keeps stopping me. Yes. This sounds very familiar. I do believe I've seen it. I do believe it's been a bit, if I'm thinking of the right thing. I'm really bad at remembering what I have not seen. My brain tends to mush things together quite a lot. But that's, par for the course. Thank you. She is my little chaos queen. And it's Friday, so she always has a little of extra chaos on a Friday because she's been sleeping at home all week while I'm at work. And therefore, she saved up some of it for us. If we meet here on a Friday evening, she brings the chaos. I think for this sprint, I'm going to refill my drink because, it's still very warm in here and an icy drink is going over quite well. I think I'm going to add a little more watermelon juice to it. I think that's what I'm going to do, though. Yes. Yes, all of the chaotic pets of Bookstagram really do need a show off. Hey, don't push my computer over. That's not how we want to win at being the most chaotic. Because then I wouldn't be able to show people you being chaotic because my computer would be dead. Percent of Lost Man audiobook. Is that the Jane Harper one? I'm mixing up who said they were reading what. That's what came to my mind in any case. Yeah. What do you think? I think for this one, I'm going to do some dishes because that's on my list of things I've been avoiding. Yeah. And fruity drink just a little bit. Play some more fetch with the puppy and get her some water because she is panting. Ice water for puppies. Okay. Oh, not knock over the computer. That would really not be good. Sorry, I'm being extra chaotic this evening myself. Let us bring back up. Nope, that don't work. Oh, yes. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's the one. The layout also changed. StreamYard's been messing with things because I didn't used to be able to see the background. And at least on my view, I see stripes of the starry background behind the spinner. I don't know if you see that, but I swear I'm not making it up. Okay, let's see what our next sprint is going to look like. Ready, set, and spin. Okay, we're going a little bit shorter this time. That's okay. I don't really want to spend an hour doing dishes. That's okay. Buddy. Like I said, chaotic this evening. Let us switch back over here. Ooh, something like that. Do be warned, timer is a bit loud, I guess. And I don't know that I can adjust volume. Can I? Ooh, maybe I can. Let's try lowering it and see if that helps at all. But I will see you guys back in 40 minutes. Hello, welcome back. Not sure if the adjustment I made to the volume made it at all less aggressive, but I tried. Let me know how you did. I did not get up to being very productive that one. I made it to 72% of my book and chatted with a friend, started doing some inventory of what I have in stock to take on vacation next week. We are going out to Palm Springs, where it is extremely, extremely warm currently. And that means we need lots of tasty frozen drinks. And that was a large reason why I bought myself a slushie machine. Oh, light just turned on. And so I was trying to figure out what I need to take with me to make us drinks when we are sitting by the pool. 30 pages, nice. 76%, very good. I think that's, did I say where I got to? I looked at 72%. I don't remember if I actually said it or not. 64 pages, took a break because it got intense. Good choice. Take some breaks as needed. We support that. Got about an hour left in Beach Wedding by Michael Ledwidge. I took off my glasses, and that's probably a problem for actually being able to read the screen. Who knows? 5 pages, talked to my son on the phone. Good, productive. Kylie is playing very chaotically, as one might imagine. But her toy has made it an entire almost 2 hours into sprints. So that's actually impressive. Hello, Slugera. I appreciate Slugera. I'm doing sprints to try to avoid Slugera entirely tonight, but we'll see if I actually pull that off or not. I started putting together a market list because I do need to pick up a few things. And I did do a few dishes at the start of the sprint. I wasn't entirely without productivity, and I got myself some water to hydrate because that's good too. I support your efforts. Thank you. I appreciate it. I just went to Disneyland with Andrea, and I did see today that they are making the Cars ride shut down or change out their engines, which is quite interesting. That just popped into my head because of I'm assuming they're currently diesel engines in them. I don't know. But they're not very good for the environment. They also don't smell all that great when you're actually in the park. But that popped into my head. So it'll be interesting to see what Disneyland has to do. Let me know if anyone has thoughts on what the best things to drink are when it's 109 degrees outside. Because I'm trying to figure out, it can be adult beverages, it can be regular beverages, but what are your go-to things? I don't drink a lot of soda, but Squirt. I don't even know if Squirt's still around. But that was always like my summertime when I'd be out at the river and it would be 120 degrees. For some reason, that hit the spot for me. Yeah, I just saw it up, and I guess they have until February. But yeah, they should be able to, I would think, somehow replace it. But maybe it's time to put a new ride in there. Who knows? Cars, are a legend at Disneyland. But yes, I'm not a huge tea person. But then every once in a while, I'll get super in the mood for tea. But an Arnold Palmer is just the right combination. I do have a recipe for a strawberry lemonade slushie. That I think is what I'm leaning towards, but I should look if there's like an Arnold Palmer version. Sparkling water, iced tea. Yes. I would imagine like a sun tea would go really well in Palm Springs when you're sitting in the sun. Like it would brew up so quickly. If it's 100 plus, I have to have Gatorade or electrolyte somehow because sweat herself to death otherwise. Yeah, pretty much it's going to be either sitting in the air conditioning inside or in the pool. Those are going to be the options, I think, really is what it is. Irish tea, drink it every night pretty much. Decaf berries. Interesting. I do not know that I've had Irish tea, but I will believe you. And the Ollie probiotic soda, cream soda flavored. I tried their root beer and it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good enough for me to feel like it was worth the like sugars, because even though it's lower sugar, it's still got some in it. But I'm also not a big soda drinker in general. Root beer is the one soda that I still drink nowadays, every once in a super, super rare time. Anything mixed with lemonade that cuts the sweet tartness, even diluting it with sparkling water. Yeah, I've been playing around because with the slushy machine, what I learned is you can't really go too healthy with it. If you remove too much sugar, it doesn't, it yells at you. It says there's not enough sugar in it because like it needs a certain amount of sugar content to not freeze solid, like to turn out as a slushy. So a lot of the recipes will have you use like lemon juice or lime juice to like add some tartness to balance out the sugars. So it's interesting kind of playing with the chemistry of it all. The one I did tonight was watermelon. It called for limeade. I did lemonade instead, and lime juice plus a little bit of simple syrup. So you got the sugar and the tart to kind of balance each other out. And it turned out like the right level of not too sweet. So yeah, what I found too is there's a ton of recipe books on Kindle Unlimited, which is fun. The photos are obviously not real because like, well, I don't have any of my drink right now. This recipe that I made tonight was like bright red with like a bright green bottom on it. Nothing you're putting in there is bright green. Like, no. And watermelon juice is not bright pink. So obviously it was like an AI photo would be my guess. But the recipe itself turned out well. So I'm assuming the recipe actually somebody put some thought into it. So that is kombucha. I have not tried this, but it's one of those things like I feel like I need to. It's one of those. I don't have a slushy machine, but now I'm tempted to make a smoothie. Yeah, I have been really into smoothies. I get the Daily Harvest. They're the ones that like sell the frozen fruits and stuff in a cup and you blend it and go. That's been like a go-to lunch thing for me. And then we had this whole trip coming up and we knew it was going to be super hot. And then I saw Costco have this slushy machine like on a super good discount compared to anywhere else. And I used it as an excuse to buy one. So I'm kind of playing with it to figure out how to make it work. And yeah. Into the Blue, 4 stars. Yay. Do you know what you're picking up next? I'm pretty sure I know what I need to read next, and I don't remember what it is. That's probably something I should know at some point. I did my next roll. I just don't remember what the plan was. This is my duology. Oh, I need a hyped or person on the cover next. I didn't actually pick a book for it. So we'll see when I get there. I only like one flavor of kombucha, the Strawberry Fields. Interesting. Drink a cocktail because it tastes slightly bad. I have a sister who historically hated anything with alcohol in it. And the one story I love is we were in Mexico. And in Mexico, it's legal to drink at whatever age it's legal to drink at, much younger than in the US. But we went to Senior Frogs, which is, tourist trap bar. And we went in to have margaritas, basically. And my parents asked if I could have a real one. I don't remember how old I was, somewhere between 16 and 18, let's say. And on the ship, they'll let you drink as long as your parents allow you to. So they asked at Senior Frogs. They said no. And that was fine. So my sister and I ordered virgin strawberry margaritas. My parents ordered regular strawberry margaritas. When the margaritas came, my sister didn't like hers. I thought it tasted great. I wound up drinking mine and hers until I stood up and realized they were not virgin margaritas. And I had to get in a Mexican cab to go back to the ship because we were there on a cruise. And I had outdrank both my parents, and nobody knew it at the time. I don't even think I told them until later that my head was very much spinning. I wasn't drinking that much normally as a kid. They did not water those drinks down a whole lot. So that's my favorite alcohol tasting bad story. Clear Mind by Brew Doctor, because it's very floral, earthy, and tastes like a cocktail. Interesting. I'm going to have to make note of these things. It's one of those things that like I hear about, and it's one of these things I've never tried. Sightseeing book, next one for previous leg. It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. Fun. Yeah, it was just surprising because it's one of the, like, sometimes when you're sitting you don't realize, and then you stand up and you're fine. And I was raised in a family, I mean, my uncle made wine, so I was exposed to those types of things earlier. Like, my parents were fine as long as I was responsible and drinking with them at home. Like, they weren't getting me drunk, but like I could have a cocktail or I could have a glass of wine. My dad made beer when I was in high school. Like, he would, like, that was just his hobby, and so he'd share with me. So those types of things, it wasn't entirely out of my knowledge, but certainly not two strong margaritas back to back and then having to navigate life getting back onto the ship. It was an interesting okay, now I know that is the brand to look for. Strawberry Fields and Clear Mind. Good to know. I mean, I'm assuming Strawberry Fields has some strawberry-iness to it. That's always a good sign for me with a drink. Let's bring up the spinner wheel. When I look at the different things on the side, they don't actually show me which one is which. I have to actually read the words, and my glasses aren't on my face. So, okay. Sorry, Kylie's trying to tear apart her octopus. It was just making sure she wasn't tearing apart something that I cared about. All right, let's see what we have next. Ready, set, and spin. All right, 45. I can do that. I do need to do a little bit more dishes and kitchen cleanup. I think that's my main priority this time, although I do hear that my dryer finally finished, so maybe grabbing the rest of my laundry would not be a bad idea to keep going. There we go. And no, yep. I know how time works. There we go. All right, so I'm going to keep audiobooking. I'm going to do a little bit of productivity-ing. That's totally a word. And I will see you guys back here in 45 minutes. Welcome back. I had a little bit more of a productive go around that time. I went through and wound up the rest of my yarn. This is one of my advent calendar yarns from last year. Making a wrap with it, and I want to be able to take it on vacation with me. It's a good one. Easy one to just kind of do while we're watching a movie or sitting by the pool or doing whatever. And then I started working on a different project that I'm in the middle of. This is a t-shirt. I made one whole panel, and now I needed to make the back panel of it and then sew it together and get a t-shirt out of it. So I did that. And then Kylie wasn't feeling well. She got an upset stomach, dealing with that a little bit. And I made it to apparently start choking 85% of my book. So I had some good productivity, which means I have less than an hour left in my audiobook, which is nice. Finished a book, very productive. Time to find a sightseeing book. Do you know what prompt you're going for yet? 20 minutes left in your audiobook. Goodness. 20. Wow, I can read. And it's thunderstorming, so I'm trying not to. I have no idea why all of this. Apologies. Thunderstorming sounds really nice. It, knock on wood, has been very quiet tonight. We don't get thunderstorms hardly ever, but we've been getting lots of fireworks with the because it is 4th of July soon, but also I think they've been doing it for the end of the different soccer games, football, and I don't know if there was one that's still going on this evening or not, or if they all were for whatever reason earlier in the day. I know the couple that I was following in particular ended early today. 15 pages. I've got off the phone with your son. 273. Look at us all being very productive. Well, that is not. StreamYard's being very sluggish this evening for me for whatever reason. I think that I'm really hoping to finish my book up. I also keep forgetting that I need to film a clip from a book that I actually finished earlier today. And then I have to decide what I'm reading next for my sightseeing. People on the cover. I don't know which one I'm going to do, but that will be tomorrow's problem, most likely. I'll finish this up tonight at least, and then tomorrow in the morning, I have to film my TBR game, and then I have dinner. We're doing Father's Day a day early tomorrow night, so my day tomorrow is a little bit booked, but I'm planning on a good, cozy reading day on Sunday at least. Yes, person on the StreamYard, get your act together. Person on the cover. Sure, I have something, but no ideas. I'm trying to find a mystery, thriller, or horror if possible. I am leaning towards, I do have an advanced copy of the new Ashley Winstead, and that one is both hyped, and I believe there's people on the cover. So I'm thinking that is what I'm going to go with. I did person on the cover with a Kate Alice Marshall book, but it's not one. It was a really old YA one, not one I necessarily heavily recommend. It also is one of those books that doesn't end well for the dog, which tends to be a problem in thrillers and horrors and those types of things. Raining here in Japan too. Nice. We just don't get a ton of it in Southern California. Saying that potentially we are going to have a really rainy winter. I believe it when I see it. I really enjoy rain, preferably on days where I can stay home and not have to drive in it, but we don't get much here, so I enjoy it. Also, 80% of both can be true. A queer YA dual POV for leg 6. I'll have to look that one up. I feel like I recognize the title, but it's not hitting my head. And The River Has Roots for the prompt. I enjoyed The River Has Roots. Um, uh, Into ends with us. Got it. I'm like, wait, huh? The comment above. See, it connects in my head. Um, it ends with us. I think that's one that I have read. I believe I've read a few of her books, not a whole ton of them. I've enjoyed some of them. I just haven't made it through too many of them. But I am actually enjoying my book. I know I said earlier I wasn't enjoying this one as much as book one in the series. This one I am enjoying much more now that I'm in the second half of the story. It has picked up quite a bit. Can be true as a dog has been in some precarious situations, but I think it'll ultimately be okay. I hope so. That's one of those things where I'm not one to give spoilers, but when it comes to some books, I feel like the fate of an animal is the one thing I want to know going into it. I read for the holiday prompt that we had, which is by Sergio. It's going to completely escape me right now. And the dog really gets put through it in the book, but even his author statement at the end says, Merry Christmas, live, kind of a moment. I'm like, okay, this is good to know. Okay, I am up for at least one more sprint. If people, I know it's getting late for some folks as well. Either way, I can prepare myself or not worry too much. Yeah, I handle it well, but I feel like there's just some times where I want a happy ending for the cute dog. Like Cujo. Cujo didn't need a happy ending, but in your general, going into that one, you kind of know things aren't good for the dog. See, bit of a difference there. Okay, let me bring back up Spinner Wheel. Cool. I'm glad. And I do know it's starting to get later for a lot of people, me being on the West Coast, so don't worry at all if anyone does need to drop out. But for whoever's sticking around, I appreciate the company. You guys have been keeping me accountable to actually be productive this evening, which is much needed. Sorry, I have crochet on my keyboard. I need to find the key so I can spin. All right, let's see what our next is going to bring us. And ready, set, and sprint. Actually spin, not sprint, but difference. All right, 50 minutes. I am thinking that sounds like a good thing. I'm hoping I can get some crocheting done and clean up the kitchen a little bit more because it still needs more, and maybe something else. We'll see. Whatever you guys are up to, I wish you a lot of success in being productive or not productive. We enjoy either way. Okay, let me see where I left off. All right, I will see you guys back in 50 minutes. Sorry, I couldn't get my stitch marker to go onto my yarn. I feel like I made no progress tonight, but that's because I kept getting up and being productive. So I suppose it's a good thing that I did not be super productive. You coming up? No? Sorry. The dog heard me talking. There's my girl. Oh, now she's up. Say hi to the people again. Yeah. She seems to be feeling better after not feeling well. Hello. Welcome, welcome. I think that might have been our last sprint, unless anyone really, really wants another one. I'm just getting, and I'm kind of ready to crash out, I think. Whoa, I lost. Tonight I was going to read, instead working on writing, hoping to finish an outline. I hope you are having a good, productive evening. Got sightseeing material on your shelves, so that's perfect for people on the cover. I did decide to commit. I finished my book. I suppose I should start there. I did wind up enjoying it, so I'm glad that I decided to finish off this series this month. And then it actually wound up being shorter than I expected because there was a author interview at the end for like an hour. So I did commit that I'm going to be reading Hot Girl Murder Club by Ashley Winstead next. Not sure if I'm counting that as a hyped book or a book with people on the cover, because it would actually work for either prompt. But that is the plan. Where are you going, buddy? Kylie found her toy again. There you go. Like I said, she seems to be feeling better as she just launched herself off of my lap. But I am very thankful to all of you for hanging out with me and keeping me company and all of that. Yes, I am too, hence why the hyped part works. I'm literally 5 minutes of it, but so far it's going well. I'm intrigued. There's a dead body. That's about really all I know so far. But really excited to kind of keep going on it. I'm currently kind of working on, I do an arc attack series where I am just reading arcs. It's really not anything more in depth than that. So that one's one that I was really excited to get to. Read 33 pages, which reminds me, I've not actually filmed the clip that I needed to film for that, but that's okay. I'll get there eventually. 33 pages on page 306. You are very, very welcome. Thank you for the subscription. I try to do sprints. I get busy with readathon season, so I don't want to conflict with readathons I'm participating in if there's sprints going on for those. So I'm really, really thankful that Bree let me do some tonight. I do hope to do some more during the summer. And I'm West Coast, so I tend to do evening. It tends to be my time to do things, or occasionally on weekends. So that's something that I do try to get to. It's just hard during some months when there's tons of readathons going on. So that's the long answer. But yes, I really enjoy doing the reading sprints. So I do hope to do some more. Definitely, I'm taking a break from readathons in July, so hopefully that'll give me more time to come back and do some more. Couple other things coming up. The Cosmere read along, if anyone is interested in that is being hosted by Sandra at Got a Thing for Things. That's my next new thing coming up. There's also a couple other read alongs that are going to be happening and announced in the not too distant future. So keep an eye out for those types of things as well. So that's that. In terms of a schedule, I don't remember exactly what is scheduled for. Kylie's in chaos mode, post-dinner chaos mode at the moment, so you're probably potentially hearing her. But the Amazing Readathon, on the off chance anyone wound up here that does not know, that is linked, should be linked in the subscription box. I'm sorry, Kylie's being very distracting. But she but Bree does have the sprint schedule in there. So there will be more sprints coming as we are starting to wind down. I can't believe how late in the month already it is, but we've got a few more legs to go. So I hope everyone, has a fantastic rest of the month with your reading and your readathoning, and I will see you guys all in the Discord and in the future. Thank you again for being here and putting up with my chaos.